Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some orders to go through. We've got quite a few orders actually. I think I've sold like maybe 12 things maybe. I haven't really counted. But I've also just got a lot of listing to do today. Today's Sunday. I don't know when this video will come out, but at the point of filming, it's Sunday. Nothing planned other than me being in here from 9 AM until like 5 or 6 PM just ploughing through all this listing. Because I've currently got all these Ralph Lauren rugby tops to list. I've already listed about 13 of them. There's a couple that just aren't worth saving because they're just too far gone. I've also got all the stuff from the jumble sale that I also need to list as well, plus some other things that have come out the wash. But yeah, for now I'm just going to gather up all the things I've sold. We'll go through those. I'll do some more listing. And then it's just started raining outside, and I normally walk to drop off my parcels. Well, I have to walk, I don't have a car. But my every shop is like a few minutes away. I don't want to take the parcels until it stops raining. So let's hope it stops raining. But for now, let me find all these sales, then we'll go through them. Okay, I've just gathered up everything I've sold, and we've got a full table. Nice full table of sales. So let's get into these. Alright, we've got a nice load of sales here in front of us, so let's get into it. If you saw one of my other videos when I was listing all the pairs of shoes onto Vinted, some I've sold. And the moment I started listing them on Vinted, they started selling on eBay as well. So we had 2 pairs on eBay and 2 pairs on Vinted. So the eBay pairs, got these Nike Air Zooms. One of the laces is practically like cut, so it's, ruined it a bit. I don't have other laces to replace them with, so I had to just photograph a cut lace. But yeah, I can't remember how much I paid for them, but they sold for £13. I'm fine with that. I'm having a clear out, so anything I make is fine. The other pair of shoes I've had sat around for ages is these like metallic blue Dr. Martin boots. They are very battered. I don't even tell in the video. They are so like creased and they look horrible. I don't know why I bought them. I think I bought them from a charity shop for a tenner. I was hoping to get like a quick £30 return on them, but they were just so far gone. I don't know why I picked them up. But someone sent me an offer of £21 on eBay like this morning, so I took it. Get rid of them. Get them gone. I prefer the space. Then we have on Vinted the pairs of shoes. We have a pair of Vagabond Shoemakers, like ankle zip women's boots, like ankle boots. They sold for £19. I can't remember how much I paid for them, but yet again on Vinted I'm just having a clear out. I don't really care how much profit I'm making, I'm just clearing out the old stuff. So £19 on those ones. And then we have a pair of Jeffrey West boots. Some of these can go for really good money. Unfortunately, this pair that I got here was sat for a very long time. I did pay up for these because I wanted to see how well Jeffrey West ones sell. I'd never sold them before, so I thought, you know what, I'll risk it. I'll pay up for these, see what Jeffrey West are like. But these sat around for so long. I paid £20 and I accepted an offer on Vinted for £30. Made a tenner profit, but really wasn't worth my time. Then we have a big pile of clothes, but before the clothes we have a board game. What do you mean? New and sealed board game. Board game's a card game, isn't it? I had this listed on eBay, and eBay removed it. Apparently it's violated some policy or something. I don't know why, but eBay removed it. So I just put it on Vinted, and it sold for £4.50. Can't remember how much I paid for it. I think I got it for like £1 at boot fair or something. I honestly can't remember, but I don't know why eBay removed that. I don't know what policy this is violating, but oh well. Right, now onto the clothes front. We have a big pile of clothes. In this coming year, I actually want to move away from too much clothes. I'm still going to sell clothes, obviously, because clothes is just, easy to come across. But I want to get other stuff as well, make it a bit more exciting. First up on the clothes, though, Demon Slayer t-shirt. Cost me nothing, paid for it with a voucher on Fleek, sold it for £6. Obviously not a big sale, but when I paid £0 for it, it's worth it. Another thing I got on Fleek, which I paid £0 for, but technically these were like £8 each, I think. It's a Carhartt rugby shirt, and I sold this one for, let me check Vinted here, £18. £18 this went for. Then we have another one on Vinted. This really nice Kappa. Very like, I was about to say vintage, but I don't know if it's vintage, but it looks very like Y2K-ish. Don't really see much Kappa stuff nowadays, but Kappa jumper. It's really nice and heavy as well. Sold for £22 on Vinted. I think I paid £8 for it. Now this one of my last Ralph Lauren sweatshirts, just plain white one, sold for £25. These were £10 per item on Fleek, but yet again, Fleek, I used a voucher, so it cost me absolutely nothing. So a full £25 profit on that. Now this one isn't even branded, it's just a pair of camouflage trousers. Camo trousers can tend to go quite well. People use them for fancy dress, people use them for hunting, people use them for whatever, but I think I paid about £3 in a charity shop for these, and they sold for 12. This was a pretty good one. I'm pretty sure I got this from a jumble sale for about 30p. It is a merino wool Polo Ralph Lauren golf jumper. So for about 30p, it sold for 20 quid. So that's a lot of profit on that one. Good decent profit on that one actually as well. But actually now thinking about it, I think that one was on eBay, so I've paid fees on that now. So I probably made about 15 quid profit though. This one was a Pool and Shark yachting sweatshirt. Very thin sweatshirt. This was a Vinted flip. I didn't really make any profit on this one because I reduced the price of this to have a clear out on my Vinted, like I've been saying. Been having a sale. I think I might have paid about a tenner on Vinted for this, and I sold it on Vinted for 15. So technically made a fiver, but it's not really what I was aiming for. I was just reducing it to get it cleared. Then out of all those jumpers that I hated listing, I've sold two. Very funky looking one here. Actually, both the ones I've sold today are very funky and bright coloured. This is a Kitty Hawk by Vivian Wang. Can't remember what I sold this one for. Let's have a look. What I sold this for? I sold this for £11. Yet again, these were something I got from Fleek, which I paid for with a voucher, so it cost me nothing. And then the last one, I think this brand is Tree People. It's a very long women's cardigan, funky pattern yet again. And this one sold for £10. £10 on that one. And there's all the sales. I need to get all these packaged up now, get down to the Every Shop. But it is still raining like mad outside. And apparently, I did check the weather, it's meant to be raining all day. So I need to hope that the rain just stops for at least 5 minutes for me to walk to the shop without getting everything wet. So I've got a lot of boxes. A lot of shoes are going to be in boxes. So everything's going to get soaked. But let's crack on. All right, we're all finished packaging. A lot of items to go. It's still raining outside, but I need to get all these posted. And look at the weather, and it's meant to rain all day now. So I'm going to have to take a small batch of them. Hope they don't get wet. And then take another small batch later. So 2 trips to the Every Shop today. That's all right. My shop's only 2 minutes down the road. All right, just posted the parcels. This weather, ain't it? Time to get back in the dry. But we've got to come back later to post more parcels. A little bit of reseller advice. Especially if you're new to reselling. I know you can be told this is best, this is best, this is best. You don't know what to listen to. But a little bit of advice I want to give is there's no right or wrong way to do reselling. Because the reason this is in my head is because on my TikTok, every time I post videos of me going to charity shops and I say that I'm not picking up this item, I didn't pick up this one, but I am picking up this one, everyone's always like, oh, why didn't you pick up that one? You could have got this, you could have doubled up on this, you could have done this. If it doesn't fit in with how you do things, you don't have to do it. So, all I want to say is, there's no right or wrong way to do reselling. If it works for you and you are seeing that you're making profit and you're enjoying it, then stick with it. Because the worst thing you can do is be told by everyone else you should be doing this, and then you not enjoy it. Because if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to be able to stick with it. And obviously, you want to stick with it. You want to make as much money as possible, good amount of profit. If you want to do this full time, you need to persevere and power through. But you need to enjoy it at the same time. If you're not enjoying it, you're never going to do it. So just remember, if it's working for you, then it works. There's no right or wrong way to do it. If someone else says, oh, they pick up these items and they're not items that you not normally like to pick up, you don't have to pick them up. Just don't worry about listening to other people. Obviously on my TikTok, when people ask me what I'm picking up, I give them my advice and I tell them what I do, but I'm not saying the way I do it is the most perfect way. Because there are so many different ways to do reselling. A lot of people like to buy a lot of items and sell them quickly for smaller profits. And some people like to buy less items, but higher profits.
So that means you get one big sale instead of lots of little ones. But whatever works for you, works for you. Some people nowadays, there's like tilt and whatnot. Very fast getting items out the door, but for smaller profit. So some people like to do that, some people don't. Some people like to list items on eBay and wait. Obviously, I personally like a little mixture of everything. Oh, my tablet's going. I personally like a little mixture of everything. You know, some fast-moving stuff, some slow-moving stuff. You know, I have certain rules that I stick to. And when I tell people these rules that I stick to, some people just don't get it. But it's not about if other people get it. It's about if it works for you. So, I don't know where I'm going with this, other than to say, if you're getting into reselling or you're already in reselling, if the way you're doing it is working for you, then it doesn't matter what everyone else thinks, because you need it to work for you. You don't want to be forced to do it the same way everyone else does, because you might not enjoy it that way. You know, sometimes some people have all day to be able to list stuff, and some people only have a certain amount of time. So for the people who only have a certain amount of time, for them people, like, they might like to list the most valuable items and not get little like double ups or triples. Whereas people who like to have the whole day, they have time to do all those things. So I'm just trying to say, whatever method of reselling you're doing, if it's working for you, then it's working for you. There's no right or wrong way to do reselling. Alright guys, we're off to the Every Shop again. You know, got a bag of parcels. Have to cover the parcels with my coat so they don't get wet, because I walk to the Every Shop obviously. I keep trying to record videos on here, but because I record with my phone's dying and it just keeps overheating and cutting the video out like mid-video. So I keep having to redo stuff and redo it, which is getting really annoying. But yeah, so we're off to the shop again. And with that being said, we'll keep this video short. Do remember, like, subscribe, comment, all the classic YouTube stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.